the energy and emotions that you feel control you the vast majority of the time. In this video, I want to share some information with you so that you can begin to master your emotions rather than simply allowing them to control you. And this is a very nuanced topic that a lot of people misunderstand. So I'm going to be pointing to some things within you and your experience, and I hope that you can begin to just kind of grasp what I'm saying. I want to make a distinction right now between an emotion, a motivation, and an action. Right? We can draw some sort of lines between these things. And the emotion, let's say stress or anxiety, right? But that can arise. And then you have a motivation to, let's say, eat in order to escape the experience. And then the action is just doing the thing, getting up, going to the fridge, and eating. And it's this sort of sequence, right? This general sequence that controls a massive portion of what we're really doing. So in order to actually break free of these cycles of allowing your emotions to control you, you need real-time, present moment awareness. There's no escaping this one. There's no mastery of emotion without being grounded in your own body, feeling the non-stop flow of energy that occurs. See, when we talk about controlling our emotions, a lot of people, what they think of is like grabbing hold of their emotions, kind of manipulating them and like twisting them to be exactly how they want them to be. And actually in this video, I'm telling you this is counterintuitive. You have to let go. You have to let go of wanting to control the actual sensations in your body, the flow of energy in your body, the emotion that you experience. You have to let go of your hold and your desire to control and manipulate it. Your desire to change it, fix it, control it, manipulate it. This all comes from the ego. The ego manifests in very physiological ways that aren't just in the form of thought. A lot of spirituality won't even tell you that, for some reason. Manifests as tension, physiological resistance, holding patterns, just forms of avoiding the emotional pain inside of you. And there's just no way around grounding yourself deeply in the non-stop, ever-changing flow of life. This is very Buddhist, this is very Taoist, and it's because, well, they're right. These philosophies have a lot of truth when it comes to controlling or mastering your emotions. See, even the phrase control your emotions, see, our language kind of fails a little bit because it gives the impression of like we're going to control it, like we're driving a car and I'm going to turn right and I'm going to turn left and I'm going to floor the gas and slam on the brakes, and it's like this, almost amusement park for the ego to control things. But really, the question isn't so much how do we dominate our emotions in like this controlling way, manipulative way. It's more about how do we let them flow? How do we coexist with them? How do I bring more awareness to my experience? How do I process the things that I need to process so that they no longer control me? Because a lot of the emotions that control you, that you want to potentially get rid of or control, like anger, reactivity, anxiety, things like this, it's not the experience, it's not the feeling itself really, it's actually not the emotion, it's your avoidance to it that does all the controlling really, that actually has negative consequences. When you bring your full attention to a feeling, you're fully grounded in it, you release your resistance to it and your fear of feeling it, and you move into a sense of trust and courage, right? And you're able to enter and embody your experience fully, right? Now, the flow of energy and the flow of life is going to take you somewhere completely different because you're not resisting what's going on. It's a radically different way of relating to experience. Right? The key point here is relationship to experience. If your body's always tense and you feel something and you avoid it, and then right, you're on this kind of trajectory, this builds up the pattern inside of you. This is an unconscious pattern inside of you, and 95% of your life is controlled by unconscious patterns, things basically outside of your awareness, if not more, to be quite honest. Right? And if we shine the light of our conscious attention onto these dynamics inside of us, right? And we fully give our attention, because when you fully give your attention to something, you don't resist it. When you fully shine a light onto your grief, guilt, shame, fear, anger, resentment, things like this, you no longer resist those parts of you. You can begin to integrate them, right? This is how you control your emotions. This is actually how you allow them to stop controlling you in undesirable ways. See, the counterintuitive sort of catch here is that the energy is always going to control you. Life itself is a constant, ever-changing flow of energy. The flow of energy in your body is always going to control you. It's a matter of, is it controlling you in desirable ways or undesirable ways? A little bit of a nuanced point there. You're not going to stop emotion, stop the flow of life. You're going to surrender to the flow of life. You're going to trust in the chaos of life rather than trying to repress it, avoid it, deny it, turn away from it, escape it. That's just going to cause suffering. It's going to cause disease inside of you, mental, emotional, physical disease. Right? When you don't let the energy inside you flow properly, when you're not self-regulating properly, it builds up inside of you, and you build up a shadow. You build up excess energy. It just gets stuck in you. Your emotions get trapped in you. If you actually examine your body right now, I just watched an amazing rabbit just run by. Oh my God. If you watch your body right now, it's tense in certain areas. And throughout the day, right, your shoulders can be raised, your heart can feel closed, kind of numb, right? Your body can feel numb. You don't even feel much in your body. Your gut is clenched and held, right? When you're anxious, your body and your muscles have a physiological contraction. All this stuff is you trying to push out the flow of life, the flow of energy through you. And what I'm saying is that all that uncomfortable stuff, you have to allow it to flow through you with ease. Right? You have to apply conscious attention, conscious awareness to your resistance, avoidance, denial, tension, and over time learn to trust life. Realize that there's no other option, really. The wisest option you can pick in this experience is to just open yourself up to the moment. And in each moment, we're given the opportunity to open and close. Even if the moment is so painful that you can't help but close, be open to your own closure. Be open to the experience of being closed. It's kind of a transcendent form of openness. So emotional and self-regulation is needed. You have to feel the energy fully. When you apply conscious attention on the flow of sensation and energy in your body, you're regulating yourself. This is a healthy force. I'm going to be honest, I believe that humans actually 100% need this to be well. And it seems like a lot of psychology backs that up. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, ego development theory, spiral dynamics. We need self-actualization, self-transcendence to be as healthy as we can be. These are the higher levels of human well-being. And holding awareness in your body, right, allows it to regulate itself. It allows it to just decompress and allow emotions to leave that have been stuck there. It causes sickness and rigidity and inauthenticity and all forms of just madness in areas of our lives. Unconsciousness, basically when you're not applying attention to yourself, when you don't allow things to flow and regulate, right? When you're kind of just avoiding and denial, repressing, things like this. Right? Unconsciousness basically just allows the energy to control you in unwanted ways, in the form of reactivity or avoidance, or just feeling sad and always escaping sadness, feeling anxious, and then jumping onto your phone to scroll and distract yourself from anxiety, or to eat a bunch of food, things like this. See, consciousness allows the energy to control you, but in desirable ways now. In ways that just feel aligned, feel harmonious with life. Ways that just feel good, because like I said, the flow of life is always going to be controlling you. The flow of energy is always happening. This is the world of form. This is the world we live in. It's not going to stop anytime soon. Right? And when consciousness basically allows the energy to move and flow, right, it controls you in more desirable ways because you're aware of it. If it's controlling you in highly undesirable ways, like, forms of escapism, things that lead to suffering, right? Basically, consciousness, your awareness kind of eliminates that over time as you keep applying attention to it. Your awareness alone is curative. And this overall leads to alignment. right? And when you really trust in the flow of life, when you surrender your ego to it, surrender yourself to it, the energy controls you in ways that don't lead to suffering, but they can feel like unusual. You can get scared. You can still experience fear. You still can feel uncertain, but it's no longer like it once was before. The feeling of being stuck, rigid, tense, avoidant, this stuff begins to collapse. These are like just deeply rooted mechanisms within the ego mind that begin to crumble over time. So just watch your body holding on in a very physiological way and pay close attention to that. Tension, just clinging, and all this, just watch how it keeps the energy repressed inside of you. Notice you don't feel light, open, right? Feel tense, heavy, numb, right? It's not comfortable. And in the midst of that pain, right, I'm saying you have to apply your awareness to it. The present moment, whatever form it takes, is the entry, right? It's the doorway into awakened awareness, into alignment. Even if it's in the form of closure, tension, contraction, repressed energy. It's just gently bring your attention to it and just feel into it, and notice that your attention will want to escape. Notice you can even have resistance to just sitting down and practicing meditation. You don't even want to do it. You know you probably should. It sounds like it kicks ass. That flow alignment stuff, man, I want more of that. Can I get it at Walmart for $5.99? So just practice letting go of the tension in your body, just allowing awareness to pass through your body. And notice you won't even really know what I'm talking about when I'm saying pass your awareness through your body when you start off, right? But when you begin to meditate more, you can feel that there's just blocks in your body, right? Just allowing awareness to gently pass through your body and allowing awareness to open it up. This is what you got to do. Just allowing the feeling of life to flow organically. Energy is meant to flow. It's not meant to be stagnant. Whatever the energy is, in the form of emotion, in the form of your expression of yourself, in the form of money comes and goes. Life is meant to move and dance and flow. That's it for this video. I'm offering 1-to-1 coaching. You can apply to work with me. Link is in the pinned comment and the description. Take it easy.